Episode 203. A 4-level gap was enough to make players back down. Yet here was Ye Xiu, leading a team of 4, ready to challenge a 6-level gap. The other 3 in the party showed not a hint of surprise. So Mu Cheng was one thing. Ye Xiu felt it was necessary for Tang Ru and Steamed Bun Invasion to take this seriously. A 6-level suppression was no joke.
Listen up, everyone. The Flame Witch has a 6-level advantage over us.
The Flame Witch will definitely have spawned by now, Ye Xiu explained as they searched. Once a field boss spawns, it'll just keep roaming until someone kills it. By now, Server 10 had been live for several weeks. Not just the Flame Witch, but higher-level field bosses in other grinding zones had long since spawned, waiting for players. It wasn't like the first week after the server launch, where world bosses had a process of spawning in. Tang Ru and Steamed Bun Invasion took Ye Xiu's reminder in stride, acknowledging it with a casual got it.
Don't underestimate the 6-level difference. Combined with his status as a field boss, many attack effects will be weakened by 60 to 100% when they hit him. What does 100% damage reduction mean? You know what? It means all skills are nullified. For example, if the knockback effect of Falling Flower Palm is weakened by 100%, then the knockback effect simply ceases to exist. So, in combat, you'll need to adapt to these changes: the stun from Dragon Tooth, the launch from Sky Strike, the blindness from Sand-Toss, the daze from Brick. All these skills will have weaker effects than you're used to.
Ye Xiu gave the two a serious lesson. They nodded, and Steamed Bun Invasion said,
"Oh, right. Didn't we already run into this situation back when we were grinding the One Lion Canyon dungeon? That boss ass was over 30 levels higher than us too, wasn't it? True, it's higher.
But starting from level 30, the level gap in a dungeon won't exceed 3 levels. That's because the suppression from being too high. Level is a bit tough to handle. It's still a tolerable level of suppression, though. Otherwise, the level 36 Fire Witch would have been killed long ago.
Would even be our turn."
"Alright, I'll be careful." Tang Ru didn't dare to lump Steamed Bun Invasion in with herself by using the word "we."
不要急, do you get it now? Got it.
"Got it," Steamed Bun Invasion replied. Whether he truly understood or not, Ye Xiu couldn't be sure. So the 4 of them wandered through the blazing forest, occasionally stopping to deal with any minor monsters that caught their attention. The minor monsters in the 4 great forests, Frost and Flame, are both primarily goblins. Of course, with different levels, their tiers are naturally not the same. The goblins here in the blazing forest all have crimson skin. Their faces were twisted with bloodlust, making them look far fiercer than their Frost Forest cousins.
Over here! It's over here!
Finally, Ye Xiu spotted the Fire Witch Kashu on his screen, a clearing in the woods, a bonfire blazing fiercely. The Fire Witch Kashu stood to the side with a fanatical expression, holding an extremely long staff. At its tip was a flame-shaped rune that seemed to pulse and burn. Around him, a horde of goblins, big and small, circled the bonfire as if holding some grand ceremony. They shrieked and spun in circles, showing no sign of leaving. So Mu Cheng said, "What do we do?"
It's been too long since anyone's been here. No wonder so many mobs have gathered.
No rush. We've got all the time in the world. Everyone got their potions ready.
"We're all set." They caroused. Before setting out, Ye Xiu had specifically instructed them to buy mid-tier potions from the market in Sky Strike City, and they'd all spent the coin to do so.
Alright, you two get out of here first.
You and Steamed Bun, run first. We'll blow up their campfire. They'll come after us like crazy. If we can shake them off this time, we'll circle back and counterattack. Tang Ru's Cold Mist and Baoji Invasion.
So they retreated first. So Mu Cheng's Wind Comes Mist immediately began charging her laser cannon. The moment the beam coalesced, Ye Xiu raised his myriad manifestations umbrella like a rifle and fired an anti-tank missile. 3 consecutive shells, along with the laser beam, slammed into the bonfire. Instantly, it burst like a firework, scattering in all directions. The goblins shrieked, their savage gazes already locking onto the 2 of them. The flame witch glanced this way, raised her staff, and muttered an incantation under her breath. Suddenly, fiery red light flared up on the arms of all the goblins. It looked incredibly violent. Ye Xiu had already maneuvered Lord Grimm, using aerial gun to fly backward to the side. Windward formation performed the same maneuver. Flying backward in parallel was faster, but its duration was shorter. It requires constant repetition. But for a pro player, maintaining a seamless flow isn't an issue. Executed in one fluid motion, at first glance it doesn't seem much slower than a witch's ultra, low-altitude flight. The only drawback is that flying backwards creates a few issues you have to watch out for, like the one Ye Xiu was warning Su Mucheng about.
Watch out for the trees. I'm following you, so I won't crash into anything.
Can't be sure about that. Then you're the fool. You'd be the one to hit the tree first.
I was afraid you'd run into me.
The 2 of them chatted as they flew, using their guns and cannons to propel themselves forward. They clearly didn't take this maneuver too seriously, moving with light, swift ease one after the other. The goblins lunging at them with claws bared were instantly left far behind. Yet, the speed of the Flame Witch was not much slower than theirs. She didn't run at all, but glided through the air, floating swiftly toward the 2 of them.
Give her something to play with.
As the Fire Witch closed in, Ye Xiu shouted. Su Mucheng acknowledged, and the 2 opened fire while flying backward, their shots hammering into the Fire Witch's form. If this were a regular mob, getting hit like that would at least stagger it, or at the very least slow it down from the bullets and shells' impact. But against the level 6 suppressed Fire Witch, even after the gunner's shells exploded, she kept up her speed as if she felt nothing.
Hit her with something bigger!
Ye Xiu shouted, boom, boom, 3 consecutive shots from an anti-tank gun. Su Mucheng was a fraction slower, but her 3 shots also sent 6 shells flying. The 6 shots linked into a single dazzling line. As skills, they finally earned some respect from the Fire Witch. She was momentarily impeded, but the delay was so brief it barely lasted a second, and charged forward again at breakneck speed.
该音频由 AI 生成。 该音频由 AI 生成。